Hello, lords and ladies, and everybody in between or beyond. I am very excited right now. I didn't start off the day like that. I started off the day badly, actually. But I have a new toy, a new little software toy that we're going to try to play with today, and I'm very excited to see how this will go. Um, I finally downloaded a screen capture. So, to experiment with that today, I'm going to talk about uh, one of my favorite video games. Because video games. No, something I've been playing since I was a youngling child. Probably too young to start playing it, if we're completely honest. But, no one gave a shit about that. It was The Sims, perfectly child-friendly game. It wasn't like we got on and murdered everybody, setting fires and starving them. Or, probably the worst thing that I personally remember doing, I don't remember if my sisters did this as much, but I definitely did. Um, I Once I found out you could do this and it would happen, I had to do it and see if it would happen, like if it was true. And it is, in The Sims 1 at least. You, once you had a baby, you could lock it in a room without any exits or no one can get to it. And when the social worker showed up to take the baby away for negligence, as they should, you deleted the social worker with move objects on. Eventually, aliens would come and abduct your baby. They really would. And, that's a great start to this. To this little video. It's just, Sims 1 just brought out the worst in everyone, apparently, because you did horrible things. I don't know about everyone, but me and my sisters, we definitely did horrible things. It was not a life simulator, it was a kill people simulator. it, uh, and it's funny because they're like, oh, Call of Duty and shooter games, meh, 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 those are vicious and evil. No. Those are like you go on and you get your rage out. The Sims is where you show how diabolical you really are. But, no, uh, ever since it went, well, even before it went free on Origin, I've been playing The Sims 2 for a long time. Um, I love The Sims 2. It's a very well made game, and don't mind me, I'm just bleh, adjusting my computer so you can see me better. Okay, yeah, that's better. Now you have to look at me. Ha ha ha. Anyway, um, but I've been playing The Sims 2 for like 10 plus years. Uh, I feel like anybody who plays The Sims 2 is somebody who's been playing it for a long time, and that's why you continue playing it because you're so devoted to it. Um, I've tried to play Sims 2 and 3. Yes, I indeed have been trying to play Sims 2. I've played a lot. Um, I've tried to play Sims 3 and 4, but I just don't like the UI and controls, and Sims 4 is its own bucket of worms. But yeah, no, I just didn't adapt well to it all, and I just kind of was like, nah, I'll just play Sims 2. I prefer it. And nowadays, I mod it to hell and back and have default replacements and all sorts of nonsense. But, yeesh, excuse me. But, the major reason that I wanted to get the screen capture up for this conversation is I wanted to talk about um, this one family that I played in The Sims 2. Because I like to play legacies. Lots of people play that way in The Sims 2. Because, you don't really, because it doesn't have story progression uh, in game, like naturally, it's kind of hard to play a single family for a long time for a lot of people because the neighborhood doesn't age. However, that changed a few years ago when Lazy Duchess created the story progression mod, and that has been super cool. She has it up to download for free because, or I'm saying she, I'm just kind of assuming. But whoever Lazy Duchess is, they're an angel, apparently. I mean, pick any of the Sims games, 1 to 5 or whatever. The modding community is just incredible. Like, all the mods and custom content you can get for any of the Sims games, it's just nuts. I don't know why, whenever I'm trying to just record a video, I'm suddenly yawning beyond belief. But anyway, so uh, after I got the story progression mod, um, I started playing this one neighborhood. I tend to just play with my own fictional characters. I don't play with the pre-mades. But I also tend to just like live on speed too. I play really fast and loose. I don't really connect to my Sims. So I have this one particular uh excuse me. So I have this one particular legacy that I actually did connect with and really, you know, actually play a little slower, and I took a lot of screenshots with the green shot program because it's really helpful for just, quick press a button, it takes the screenshot and it automatically saves it so you don't have to like um how I used to do screenshots is either I would use the in-game tool, which was horrible, or like very low quality, or I would press the print screen button, go into Paint, Control V, and then save that. So it's really saving a lot of time, and it helps you capture a lot of precious moments and a lot of fun. So I kind of wanted to share this um, legacy that I had been playing in my, created neighborhood. I didn't even use a pre-made neighborhood. I made my own. And I kind of wanted to share the share the legacy a little bit because it really changed how I played The Sims. Um, I kind of go back and forth on whether or not I play with story progression because on one hand it's fun if I'm being lazy and I just want to play one household, but the problem is I get really weird about my own builds. Like I'll play in a house for like, a few rounds, for a little while, with no issues or anything. And then suddenly I hate the house and I hate the format and I just need to raise it and rebuild it. I'm a fidgety builder. I just can't do it. But the point is, I would like to show you some pictures just for fun because I can. So I will put myself over a little. And so the whole theme with this legacy that I was doing was kind of that I was going through the rainbow, you know? I started with the color white because for some reason that made sense to me. Um, sorry, I'm adjusting my programs to perfection. Actually, it's better off. There we go. Woo. Okay. Sorry, fussing. Anyway, so I started with the color white because to me, the color white is, a blank canvas. It's the beginning, that's just how I start things. And this was way back on my laptop before I got my desktop computer and before my poor faithful laptop died. Oh, I miss it. It was Windows 8. But anyway, I know who misses Windows 8? Me. I know it's wrong. But anyway, so as you can see, this is I decided to go with a female founder because I mean most people enjoy playing one gender or the other, It's just kind of what we do. We tend to play our own gender because that's what we relate to. Um, but anyway, this is my founder sim. Her name is Pearl Ambrosia. I was kind of, going with the whole white theme. But I originally made her a romance sim, which is interesting because uh, Pearl as a character to me nowadays is a very different person than the one I originally created. But I just remember I had her like romancing two different guys because, romance sims. And then I had to go to another household for a little bit, and I got this pop up saying over in the corner of the screen, like over here, that's where you get pop ups in The Sims 2. And with story progression, they give you pop ups depending on uh, what's happening around in the neighborhood. And for there, it told me that she had gotten engaged to a character named Oliver Wilson. And I was just like, well, holy shit. Okay, I guess she's getting married then, because that had not been my intention with her at the time. But yeah, so Miss Pearl got engaged and they had their baby because that's what you do in The Sims. You get them babies. And yeah, this is her daughter, Eva. She has her father's eyes and hair. He has black hair and black eyes. Um, yes, I should know what the default replacements I was using are, but I can't remember. Yeah, this is before they were even properly married. You see her engagement ring and her beautiful concrete house. But here they are finally properly getting married, which I was very excited about because um, as you probably guessed, I created a lot of my own original characters that I put into The Sims, and they aren't just in The Sims. Like, I like to actually draw them and think about stories for them. So I was really surprised when oh, hi, they're in their underwear. Don't mind that. Um, or we'll just zoom in on their faces. Um, but I was really surprised that she picked Oliver because Oliver was a very interesting character to me in that I didn't think he would go for a romance sim because he's kind of a knowledge sim. So I actually kind of went on to ignore the fact that she was a romance sim because I really liked the pair of them together. As you can see, there is kind of a bit of a black and white theme here that I was really, really digging at the time. because I love the aesthetic of it. But obviously, I had her in the military career because that is like a lot of Sims 2 legacies. You tend to end up in the military career because it pays the most up front, and obviously, painting's a quick, easy way to just get money. And there's their daughter Eva as a child. I did not take any screenshots of her as a toddler. That's kind of sad. And then somebody set it on fire, and Oliver's being a fantastic partner and father and putting it out. Good man. There he is. Oh, so this is Eva as a child when I've properly made her over. Um, because obviously Pearl was white, so Eva became red. Nowadays I have pink in between red and white because it just makes more sense. Uh, to me anyway. Uh, but there they are playing together. I really like going through all these old screenshots because like I didn't this was the first time I actually took a lot of screenshots like this and really paid attention to my characters or my Sims as I do my characters. So even just her, tucking her daughter in and then having an actual birthday party for her turning into a teenager. And oh, this is a fun thing about story progression is some of your male Sims can get abducted off screen, and one of them, who's actually, actually, if I remember correctly, these two, they're twins, and they are the kids of, I think it's like one of my Sim self's kids. I just, you always have self insert. And she grew up so pretty. Oh, that's just another character in the neighborhood that I thought was really cool. I thought she was really pretty. But look at her. Look at Eva. She's so pretty. I just really fell in love with Eva, not just because she was pretty. See one screenshot to another, you can see my makeover. But teenage Eva was fun to play. She's just like I said, I was just absolutely enamored by how beautiful she turned out. Like Pearl and Oliver's genes just meshed perfectly in the sense that they just created this absolute gorgeous girl. And obviously, I will have better screenshots that, more age appropriate when she gets older. Um, and then these two got old because, well, that's how it works. Which I guess they got married and had Eva pretty later in their life. That they got old pretty soon into her adulthood. Because obviously she was just a teen there. Let me see the dates. Yeah. So that was on the second, and then nope. I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh yeah, no. So it was just 5 days later in real life. Suddenly, she's an adult and they're old. But I don't play The Sims like every day. It's kind of sporadic. And it'll be like hours at a time or like 5 minutes. I don't know. It's kind of sporadic, but she got this is her future husband Ruben, and he ended up really interesting to me too because like they were just very cute together. Well, obviously this is more focusing on these two being old and cute together. But here's adult Eva, and I thought she was I still think she's so incredibly beautiful and just very interesting to me. She ended up a knowledge sim because the pattern that I was following at that time was that was the offspring had the same aspiration as the uh father because I was trying to do a matriarchy because it's fun. But just a bunch of screenshots of the two of them together. And I very much prefer small households. These two. This just, it kind of ended up leaking over from The Sims into my characters. Like, first of all, Pearl even became a character, and then just along the line, I was just like, I can't unsee these two together. Like, they're just an item now. And it was just really interesting how that came about. Then Eva and Ruben. I think they had first kisses and stuff as teenagers. I didn't take any screenshots and I can't really remember all that well. But I just remember this wedding going around with various various other characters that showed up and going, "Oh my God, why are you dressed like this?" Because thanks to the Gussy Up mod, I was able to quick change their appearances so they don't look like absolute just horrible. You know how Sims are. They can't dress themselves. And you can't trust them to dress themselves. But they got married, and it's just, I have the most screenshots from Eva's adult life, I think. Because I was just, for some reason, I really fell in love with this sim, which is unusual for me. And I was actually starting to play a little slower and really pay attention to her life. And so Ruben's also pretty special to me because he's a part of her life. And there will be a screenshot of his face, I promise. But finally giving birth to her first child. And then obviously, because the way I work is in decorating their rooms in a color themed legacy, there is no in between. It's all red or nothing. And as you know, red is just it's a color. It is like one of the most colors of all time. But then she gave birth to her daughter, which I was going with a stone theme, precious stones, because I went with Pearl. And she was actually named Ruby at first, but I since changed her name to Eva, and I much prefer it, especially because Ruby and Ruben, that's like what people do to twins, poor twins that are born and they're given like from Rugrats, Phil and Lil. That's just cruel to me. But yeah, I really loved these two, and they had their daughter, and I just did not connect to that daughter. I named her Carnelian or Nellie, because she's orange. Um, but I never connected with her like I did to her mother. Actually, she kind of annoyed me. Like, she wasn't even doing anything necessarily bad or anything. She just was annoying. Um, I might have just been getting sick of Legacy at that time. That's a danger. And then Ruben wanted to adopt a cat, so I adopted him a cat. And then a little kitten named Cub. And then Oliver died. Um, and here's Nellie growing up. She's got her kitten. She's loving on the cub. That was something I kind of wish that I hadn't done. Is I ended up breeding cats, so that kept adding to the household size, and it stresses me out or stressed me out. And then Eva, same with Cub. Is that? Oh yeah, that's her toddler back there. I never noticed that before. But as you can see, I abused the hell out of the aspiration rewards. The Sims 2 did make very cute like cats and dogs. They did that well. But one thing that I really loved. Oh look, there's Ruben's face. There's his pretty face. I always thought he was really good looking too. Um, Let me think. His parents were definitely a pair of characters that I did not expect to get together, which was part of the fun of story progression for me. Is like all of these characters getting together that I was just like, don't do that, but they did. Um, but get the kid all grown up. That's funny. I stopped taking screenshots at the birthday. That's kind of funny. And then we got a genie, and I think she wanted to make a wish, so I gave her peace of mind. Um, but just going through the folder kind of creates for a terrible narrative element because apparently I'm just ping ponging all over the place because here's Cub again as a grown up kitty and he had these beautiful pink eyes. But I really liked his 'cause I didn't make him. I used some kind of um like kitten creation mod where you can plunk down this pedestal and then mate two other animals in the neighborhood to create a baby. And I got this guy, and he was so pretty. Oh, and then we got robbed, and then Pearl died. And both Pearl and Oliver got the good death, where they got the Hula Angels, which I obviously, default replacements, absolute necessary. If you play The Sims 2 and you don't like how they dress, default replacements are the best. I haven't taken a good screenshot of Child Carnelian yet. I know that there is one. Oh, they live right across the street from a park. See, this is something that was a lot of fun to do, was to actually get down into your Sims' perspective and look out their windows and stuff and see what was going on in the world around them. So that was just really interesting to do. There's one of my favorite pictures of Ruben is he got a new kitten named Sunny. That's yeah, like I said, I shouldn't have done that, but I just I couldn't say no to this beautiful face. He was so cute and sweet and just I downloaded ACR too, so he and Eva just had absolute wonderful chemistry. They just clicked instantly. I think he was a family aspiration, so like he was just an absolute wonderful sim to have to play. And there's pretty Sunny. That's funny, her and Cub ended up with the same color eyes. Huh. There's Nellie. Speaking of eyes, I really liked that Oliver's passed on so strongly, those beautiful dark eyes. I loved that so much. But yeah, and then obviously I changed her. They ended up just all having like black hair, which I ignored. I gave her orange hair because she was orange. That's just a really cute interaction that cats have. They can interact with the pond you get from the I think it's like the oceanographer career, because I think that's what yeah, Oliver in Story Progression got the oceanographer career. So when I moved him in with Pearl when they got married, he was already in the career, so I was just like, fuck it, whatever. And then he got this pond as a career reward. And the cats can interact with it. Like they'll do it autonomously. They'll just go over and look at the fish, and it was just so freaking adorable. Look at that little face. And then, oh, this is a cute interaction between adult cats and kittens, which the sad thing is when you think about it in terms of, we'll say PG terms, like this is your future wife, child bride, poor thing. But, you know, they're cats. Kitten bride. Oh, there's Angel Man and my beautiful girl. And then there's Colonel Nellie and her future husband. This is the that happens a lot in The Sims. You tend to end up getting your legacy character married to like the first other child that they met that they shared chemistry with. Because like I said, I have ACR, Autonomous Casual Romance mod, and it's fabulous. It is absolutely fabulous, especially if you want your Sims to have more autonomy and to be able to pick their own lovers. It's incredible. But it's also a lot of fun. It creates drama too. Um, the point being that you can have, three different sexualities with your Sims. You can have them gay, straight, or bi. Which, oh wow, that's so progressive. It's The Sims 2. It's made in like 2002. It's not terribly progressive at its core. Like this is just what your female Sims look like, body shape wise. It's they've definitely come a long way in the realms of representation. But I don't know. I still just love Sims 2 the best, especially if I don't want to think about it too hard, which I do sometimes. But that's it does also frustrate me sometimes. But Nelly rolled us straight, so again, with going from a birthday celebration to a cat, that's just so. Look at that face. Oh God. Here we go, Teen Nelly. For some reason, I kept going with the pigtails with her, but she was really cute too. I just, I made some really cute Sims for this playthrough. There's adult Sunny. She was very cute. Did her eyes change color? Or is that really Sunny? I don't remember. No, I think that is Sunny. It's just her eyes changed color. Alright then. Then I had her sneak out, and then she got caught. I think she did that twice, too. Oh, he did a good job at work. Good job, Ruben. He did that a lot. He would come home to the mailbox and be like, look at me. I'm home. I did a great job. And I was just like, yes, you did, baby. You absolutely did. You're a wonderful, wonderful little Sim. I just loved him a lot. But it's Nelly having a couch nap and her hair clipping through her shoulders horribly. I don't care that much about clipping. These two getting along because they had to, so that they could mate. And her go, oh yeah, her first date with that boy. Oh, that was just fun getting in the taxi and staring at the taxi driver who spawned with alien eyes. That's something that sometimes with default replacements, they'll give you the option, or your townies can spawn with alien eyes sometimes. I don't know if it's a setting that I just kind of like went, okay, whatever, but yeah, that's just something that can happen. But it's just funny to me, alien eyes in the wild. And then just random screenshots of them living their lives, and oh god, the kittens. She had four. I was so upset. Because, there's this hilarious trend in YouTubers, they're like Sims tubers, where, they're going through, playing their game, and then, their Sim is pregnant, and then they have their baby, and you're like, okay, yeah, we're having baby, blah, blah, blah. Then it comes up that they're having twins. And there always is like this lapse, this moment of silence, the twin shock, where you just sit there, and you stare at the screen, and you're like, how fucking dare you have twins right now in this playthrough? How dare you do this to me? Very similar 5 stages of grief when Sunny went ahead and popped out 4 kittens, which I have named screenshots of all 4 of them at the end, but they will obviously be at the end because of the alphabet. The way your computer files the alphabet, it starts with numbers. But, oh, Eva was in the natural scientist career, as you'll see later. So she got a cow plant, and I ended up putting the cow plant in an attic, just kind of hiding it away because you could in The Sims 2 they don't die. They just kind of sit there with their cake out for eternity. Um, so I guess if you've never heard of a cow plant before, that was a very confusing statement. They are this kind of reoccurring Sims plant where obviously it looks like this. It's a cow plant. Um, they're carnivorous. They eat meat, and when they get very hungry, they'll stick out their tongue, and on the end of their tongue is a big hunk of cake. And your sim will go up, and they'll be like, "Ooh, cake!" And they'll try to take the cake, and the cow plant eats them, and they die. So they're kind of dangerous to have just sitting around. So I ended up putting it in the attic so I wouldn't get any accidental deaths. Um, I did use it to murder a sim, but we'll get to that. Yeah. I see I had her sneak out again with, oh, I think that was her boyfriend's younger brother. Because I don't think it was her boyfriend. But there she is aging up, becoming an adult. And oh my god, I actually took a picture of the aftermath. But then I skipped her wedding. Now here, I made another mistake because, in a legacy, you're supposed to stay in the one house. But I wasn't really too concerned with following the rules to a T like that. For anything, I was just kind of like, I'm sick of this household. I need to, like, I was antsy pantsy. I needed to get out of the household, so I moved Nellie out to, kind of start our own household, be our own little legacy. Because then I also wanted to just let story progression do what it was going to do. And then I moved in her husband here, Cerulean. Obviously, they're getting married. And he got our last name. Look at that bitch. Wimp funds. But that's a fun fact about Sims 2 parties is you have to do the event that they came for, and it helps if you have cake. Um, and there they are, their wedding night. That's the only time that well, I won't say it's the only time I force woohoo, but it's definitely something I always make them do is their wedding night consummation. Um, I forget why he had alien eyes. Cerulean, who are your parents? I don't remember. I'd have to pull up. I think his grandmother. Yeah, his grandmother was a sim I created with those alien eyes. But she had her baby. Obviously, they had to have a baby. It's a legacy. So, and she had a son. So I was just like disappointments on disappointments with this woman. And obviously, she kind of had my opinion against her from the get-go because I was so desperate to get out of that household that she had been in, and I was just restless and not having a good time with the legacy at that time. So then she went and had a son, and I was just like, what do I do with you, Nellie? What do I do? But I made sure to take pictures of the little bairn. Um, I named him Citri, and that's a Yellowstone. And I was just kind of. He was a romance sim, too, so I was just like, buddy, what am I gonna do with you? And I didn't know. Oh, there's a cat. Then Eva got. Oh, this is after I moved them back in. Um, is what ended up happening was I I just kind of got stressed out with having Nellie on her own because I was just like, well, it's supposed to be a legacy challenge. You're supposed to keep them all together. Not only that, but I was doing painted portraits of all the heirs. Pearl as the founder, and then each legacy heir after that, I was uh doing a painted portrait, and then I was having this little memorial hall with portraits of them at each light stage, except, well, Pearl and Oliver only had the two. Um, for the heir's uh, partner, I just had, adult and elder. But for the heir herself, I would have all of her life stages. Like I said, I was determined to have a matriarchy. Um, but yeah, I just kind of started stressing about it, so I moved Carnelian back into her parents' house. But I was kind of having trouble. I also just didn't like Cerulean, so I ended up killing him with the cow plant. But yeah, so Eva got old, and she doesn't look properly old because of the skin I use. Nowadays, I have a downloaded overlay. I call it an overlay. That's the best thing I could think of. It's in the makeup category under blush. It adds lines and wrinkles, so I added that to them so they actually look old. 'Cause look at him. He just looks like his hair turned gray. He doesn't look old. Well, he looks a little old, but he's still my precious angel boy. And then Citrine as a child, cute little bumblebee shirt. I was trying to debate whether or not I wanted to continue with him as the heir or if I wanted to move on and or if I wanted to continue having a, matriarchal legacy. I was debating it for a while. Oh, yeah, there it is with the cake out. Because this was going to be my portrait for Cerulean's elder picture. But, oh, yeah, they got robbed again. Um, that happens sometimes. I have very good luck with police officers beating the robbers, though. Um, domestic life. Oh yeah, Cub got old. I was also doing portraits of all the animals and I was just stressing myself out beyond belief. Ah, yes. So, while Carnelian was moved out, Eva and Ruben went ahead and had another little baby. And her name's Penny, 'cause orange. Um, but obviously she set something on fire. Here she is as a teen. And this is Kiyoshi. He will be relevant. Actually, I'll just go ahead and say it. Kiyoshi is actually ends up as Nellie's second husband and the father of her second child. Obviously, a fair amount younger than her. And also the brother of her first husband. So, fun all around. But this was always fun to me because in The Sims 2, they'll go up and, critique and look at artworks autonomously. And I just thought it was funny that she went and looked at the portrait of her mother. So it looks almost like she's, thinking about her mom and contemplating the old times and stuff. Or even just looking up at her and being like, how do I live up to this? And I think you didn't have to, baby. You suppressed her. But there's a nice picture of Penny. She got Ruben's pretty blue peepers. And she's sitting there playing chess. I thought she was just really cute. Um, I think that's her having her first kiss. Don't remember who that guy is. Yeah, there she is, Nellie with her new husband. Well, they weren't even engaged yet, but that's her new boyf. Her new boy, her deceased husband's younger brother. Oh, the drama of Sims. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, congratulations. This was a cute interaction. When your kids get a really good grade, they'll run home and want to show off to your parent, and unless you have them doing something, they will turn and celebrate with the child, and it's really cute. Um, aging up Citrine, and yep, there it is, the second pregnancy, because I thought I would go ahead and try for a girl after all. Um, 'Cause back then I didn't do the where you go in and out of the household without saving until they have a girl. Because it's just time consuming and I just didn't care enough. But Eva made it to the top of her career. And I just loved the fact that she was old, She was Sims 2 fat, which isn't fat at all. Uh, and this is what she wore to work. And it's just icon. Absolute icon. I loved Eva so much. So, so much. I still love Eva. She's still one of my favorites. Um, Cat. And then Penny becoming an adult. I was very excited for this because I could just move Penny out and not have to worry about her. Oh yeah, and there's a teenage Citrine. We didn't take a picture for him. I think he ended up either bi or gay because he ended up marrying a dude, and I was just like, hey man, good for you, rock on. But oh yeah, adult Penny. Obviously I give free. I'll give them a free outfit and makeover when they age up. If they want to buy clothes after that, I will go buy them clothes. But they get a free one just so I can look at them and not be like, why? Why are you the way that you are? But this was Penny's free makeover. I thought she came out real cute. Um, oh, I was waiting for her to give birth, and I was just like, you know what? Let's just have everybody wait for her to give birth. So I kind of just sat them all down in the living room together, and it was just really cute because, like, they were just sitting there talking. And look at, I just love how emotive their faces can be. And then Ruben made off with the baby immediately, which this one was a girl with the eyes. I was very excited, very happy with that. And I named her Honey, as in honey calcite, which is a yellowish stone, because she would be my yellow generation. Ruben was very excited for that grandchild. Like, um, yeah, no, because he wasn't having, this isn't a birthday party. Oh, it was a golden anniversary, my bad. But he also ended up having a want for a oh, what's it called? A family reunion, which I hadn't seen in The Sims 2 before, when it's just you invite over a bunch of family for a normal party, and it counts, and it's absolute. It was just really cute. Um, oh, Citrine aging up his sister, his half sister. I just, I thought that was really, like, that's just a really cute picture of a baby. Like, that's just funny to me. But I was also excited to have the yellow because you get all the bumblebees. Cat, cat, cat. There was four of them. There's baby Honey. She turned out to be really mean, and I was just not happy with it because she was also, I think she was a family sim. Yeah, because Cerulean was a romance sim, but Kyoshi was a family sim. So I was just like, why are you so mean and such a family sim? Like, what? Why? Why? How? Then there's adult Citrine. I aged him up and sent him on his way. Oh, and then Ruben died. That actually made me sad. Like, not crying sad, but it did make me sad. And here's some. That's how the story progression notifications come up. They pop up and tell you what's going on. Um, Poor Eva. At least they were together, and neither of them were at work or anything. No one glitches like The Sims. Oh, what's he doing? Then aging up Honey into a child. I did really like. Oh, yeah, and then one of the cats died. But one of the things that I really appreciated about Honey being the yellow one is that she could just be blonde, and it counts. So it made it a lot simpler. It gave me a lot of hairstyles to choose from because with white and red, I just didn't have that many, so I was very limited. Oh, and then there was a new kitten to continue the cat legacy, which I shouldn't have, but I chose to anyway. Um, there's Honey, and I don't think that's her future husband for once. It's not. Her husband came later. I think they met as teens, which is still kids, but yeah. I just had a nice, picture of those two getting along and petting the cat. She's so pretty. Um, Another cat died. Oh, I remember because he was old when Dahlia was new, the kitten. or this cat, which you just saw her as a kitten. So I was just kind of like pressed for time on getting them to mate. And then this cat passed while she was still pregnant. So I was just like, I better, it better work than Ghost Pearl haunting. This is kind of the memorial hall. As you can see, I was prepared for all the other generationals because in The Sims 2 you couldn't just add rooms the way you can in Sims 4. But they cuddle in the base game. Sorry. Weird flex. Um, yeah, making them get along. Then she aged up into a teenager. And we invited Penny over for it. Yay, Penny. Um, Now this is one thing that I felt kind of bad because I ended up losing this dress, which I really liked on her. I don't know why I gave her glasses. I guess she just suited them. But something I really lamented is I changed a bunch of my default replacements between um cat. Oh yeah, there goes Eve. Or no, that's the cat. Yeah, that was the cat dying, and I was just so worried that she was pregnant. Or yeah, no, I was worried whether or not she was pregnant. But she was. There's their kittens. He. I think I named them Artemis and Apollo. This one Artemis, this one Apollo. Um, but what was I saying before that? Um, oh yeah. Yeah, no, I really liked that dress, and um, it's just her talking to her mom. Um, talking to grandma. See, this is Sims 2 fat, which, as you can see, just means she's a little bit pear-shaped, like vaguely. She's still got a trim waist and stuff, so it's not definitely not really fat. But oh yeah, there goes Eva. Goodbye, Eva. That gave me actual sad feelings. I didn't cry. I wasn't that attached, but I was definitely really sad. But oh, that was just pretty face. I like taking a lot of screenshots of them all just sitting around talking to each other. But so I think it's oh no, I got Nelly Dage up first. There's the change. So between this screenshot and the next, I ended up taking a huge hiatus from this save, um, this specific game, and when I came back, I had different default replacements, so I no longer had this dress on Honey, and it bummed me out to no end. It just made me mad. Every time I saw Honey, I was just like, no, I can't take a screenshot of you as a teenager anymore because that's not your dress. But so you'll probably see it. There's it, if and or when there's Artemis and Apollo growing up. But as you can see, these are Honey's legs, and she's wearing a different dress. She's wearing like a sundress instead of that Wednesday Addams kind of dress. There's her husband. This is her future husband. I forget what his name was. I think it might have been like Kieran. I don't remember. But obviously she grew up into an adult. I was still not really feeling it with her. I think I was feeling it more when I came back. I was definitely feeling him. He is handsome. Um, I got them married real quick. Obviously I was playing more with her hair than I did in the past. Oh, see, he had these pretty hazel eyes, but I really wanted the dark eyes. There's Nelly. I cut her hair as an elder, but yeah, she got pregnant really fast, and I think that was definitely part of what led to my restlessness, because this is definitely the decline. Oh, there's old Kyoshi. Um, definitely in decline of the series is once again I got restless and I moved Honey and Kiernan maybe to their own house. I built them a new house and I was like, this is going to be the new legacy house. And I took all of the remains and portraits with me. Just because I get so restless with houses and it's like, that's not helpful. But she had twins. She had twins. That made me mad. So I named them, it was Beryl and Jadeite or Malik. No, I think it was Beryl and Jadeite, and then she ends up having another son named Malachite, and then um, a second daughter named Peridot or Perry. Um, yeah, there's Beryl. I was not happy with her as my heir because she had these lovely dark blue eyes, but I wanted black eyes. I wanted Oliver's eyes. Like they're all going with Pearl's last name, Ambrosia, but that that was just a really nice legacy for Oliver as well to me because Oliver's special to me. But this just cracked me up. There's cat walking, cat destroying the sign. Yeah, 'cause this is the front of the new house. Oh, shit. I'll have to see if I can edit that. Um, yeah, no, there's a list of. I was keeping track of everybody reproducing. Um, but there's toddler Beryl, toddler Jadeite. He had the dark eyes. Lucky. Um, and there they are as kids while their brother's aging up. I think, yeah, no, I took them with them. Yeah, no, I moved out the entire family. I took the entire family. I just wanted a new lot because I was just really annoyed. Um, this is a different computer. I or is it? I think it's a different computer. Actually, yeah, I think this is my current computer that I started playing them on, and I just was not into it. Or, or was it? Yeah, yeah, it is my current computer. Jeez, that means this wasn't even that long ago. Feels ages. But there's the kids getting along. Um, I was just really not that into the whole legacy anymore. I really petered out in energy. You can tell because I don't have as many strong memories, and I'm just kind of yeah. Malachite was the younger boy. She didn't actually. She did not leave on platinum. Or yes, she did. Yeah, she left on platinum. But that was interesting. Nelly and Kiyoshi died on the same day, and he did not die platinum, as you can see. I mean, there's a glitch here, but I just thought it was interesting that they died on the same day, and I appreciated it because she had 3 kids already. Plus, we had cats. So I was just, yeah, no, I was having serious. The house is overcrowded and I don't like it. And then there's her future husband, Serdar. Serdar? He had a weird name. He was also a pleasure aspiration, which I hate playing, so it's just like crap. I was not excited for their kids because I was trying to hook them up, but it turns out she's a lesbian. Um, or no, she's bi. She ends up. We'll get to that. He's the cat. She's cute. Um, cute kitties. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. Oh, I also still had Teen Woohoo enabled at that time, and I turned that off now because I'm just like, no, I don't like it. None of that. He aged up. Teenage Malachite. I made the boys share a room, and Beryl got her own special room. I was being blatant. Oh, yeah. No one glitches like The Sims. No, they're really. Like, I know, well, probably Skyrim glitches really good, but I don't play Skyrim. Those two hanging out, I think that was their first date. She had this Perry next kid, but as you can see, she's got the black eyes, which I started wondering if I wanted to switch heirs. Like, I had never gotten to. Oh, look! Penny! I think that's Penny. Looks like Penny. But, I had never gotten to that point and thought about switching heirs. Like, I had always stuck with it. She aged up the same night, got engaged. Then that was adult. There's adult Jadeite. Um, yeah, adult Beryl. She was cute. I just wasn't that into her. I just wasn't feeling it because, like, crowded household. I had, well, six. I had six Sims because I had moved Jadeite out at that point, plus the three cats, and I was just. And for once, this is unusual for me. I gave them a late adulthood makeover, mostly because, like, just because they had kids so early. I felt the need to distinguish them, you know? Then got them married. Hell of a wedding dress. Uh, upholding the legacy. There. Then once I moved them in and gave them a makeover to my liking. Uh, yeah, there's another kitten to mate and continue the cat legacy, which I really shouldn't have done the cat legacy. That was foolishness. Aging up Perry. Nice child Perry before I put her hair on. For some reason, I was determined to make everybody in that generation green. Um, Adult Malachite. He was cute. Um, New kitten. Yeah, no, I was doing too much and stressing myself out. I should have gotten a screenshot of Child Perry. Um, but I wasn't sure, you know. But there's Teen Perry. I was going for a more like dark green with her, and then a more yellow green because of Peridot. I'm sorry, I'm kind of talking faster because I realized this is going to be a long video. But this is her becoming an elder. Um, yeah, both of them, they were the same age. That's nice. But yeah, she's. Or no, that's not the same girl that Jadeite had been talking to. Jadeite had been talking to that other girl, and I think that girl he had been talking to turned out to either be related to him and or a lesbian. I can't remember, but these two ended up together, which I thought that was interesting that Perry was into girls. Like I hadn't had that as a heir yet. As you can tell, I switched heirs. I didn't want to follow Beryl anymore, and I wanted Perry. So Perry, and her name was Bim, which I thought that was a strange name, but rolling with it. um, and Elder Kiernan, I think that was his name. No, I can't see. Then Elder uh, Honey. Then Adult Perry. Uh, Beryl failing me again. She had a son. And then that was Kyanite aging up. And then that's when I decided to switch to Perry because I was just like, after all that, you went and had a boy too. So there's Perry getting married to Bim, which I changed her hair. I ended up changing her outfit too. But I really liked these two together. But it turns out that she had been also kind of seeing Malachite, and Malachite was pissed that they got married, and Bim was just like, "Don't you ruin my wedding." So that was fun. For some reason, I had not checked Bim's. Well, obviously she had moved in at that time, so I had not checked her uh relationships. So I didn't know that they had been actually seeing each other as adults. So, oh, and then she went and stole my wedding thunder by having a baby at my wedding. Beryl, continuously disappointing me. And then Beryl had another son, and then these two I impregnated via SimBlender, I think. Or, yeah, I think it was SimBlender. Either that or some in-game mechanic that yeah, I think it might have been SimBlender. But I got them to have a baby that was biologically theirs. And it was a boy, because of course it was. So, that's about the time that I quit the legacy, because I was just like, even though I did love Perry, because I was just like, I don't feel like having more kids. I'm done with this. And since then, I've lost the file. I don't have this legacy save anymore. But it always gives me good memories when I look back at it. It always makes me happy. But yeah, no, this is the original four kittens. This one was Bean, uh, Bean as an adult, Munchkin, Nugget, and oh, that's Sunny. That's the mom. There, Tater Tot. So, in case you ever wondered how I name cats in The Sims, anyway. But yeah, no, that was just that's a whole journey and a half. I'll have to see about editing that Facebook bit. But yeah, hopefully it's not too long, and that was fun. And I hope you enjoyed. Alrighty, bye bye.